Not so much. I did it. I did it in front of Espresso Royale for a while, a few summers back. But again, you know, I got a real job in 2000, January 2004, and that kind of put the kibosh on my busking activities.
I had a job once.
Yes. And then I signed with Illegible Records.
Glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I worked with Eric for a brief time, a long time ago, and I knew immediately, well, within a day or two, that he wasn't going to be there very long. Not because he was a disastrous character, but because he needed to do other things.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to see him doing that. He's a good guy. And tell me about your association with with his company, and is it helpful to you?
It's been very helpful to me. 2005. Yeah, and I believe it was. It might have been late 2004, but 2005. There was a player in town, Wade Olson, a guitar player. He'd been in a bunch of different bands, and he was moving to. At the time, he was moving to Minnesota, and then he eventually landed in Arizona. But
It's logical.
yeah. Wish I was there. Well, maybe not Phoenix. I wouldn't be able to breathe in Phoenix, but. No, they had a going away party for him at the Green Door. So my friend John Overall and I went down, and we played a set between sets for the pickup band that they had. It was just a big jam that they had to, people he'd played, bands he'd played with over the years. And I ran into Nicole Good, who was the chick singer for. What did they call themselves? Smokehouse. That was it. She was the singer for Smokehouse. Yeah. And I think they did a set at one of the writers' block parties.
Yeah.
She heard us there. She was just beside herself with how good she thought we were. And she says, "Well, I have this friend, and he does a blog, and he's at the time Eric was just contemplating starting the label." And so she put me in touch with him, and I talked to Eric, and we had a meeting. This was later on, quite a bit later. I think when I actually sat down with him, it was October, I think, of September, I think, of 2005. Yeah, because John and I played the Blues Festival that year.
So I don't mean to interrupt, but like out of this association, you have how many CDs coming out of this?
Well, just straight Medicine Pro CDs. There are 6 that have been released
since you joined them.
Right.
How many CDs do you have in total? I know you had a lot when I was.
Well, no, I just had that one. It was a homemade one. It was essentially it was just a demo. That one. I've recycled most of the songs from that into the with a bunch of new material too.
So you have 6 coming out of that association.
And then I did one. I've been a part of some compilation, group efforts, and then Dennis Preston and I did one together, just instrumental jamming. We call extemporaneous.
Now, where can people find these CDs?
You can find these CDs by going to illegiblerecords.com.
Or if they have trouble doing that, they can find you on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook
under Michael
Reverb Nation. Yeah, Michael Medicine Pro.
And we'll put a tagline on the end of this so people can find, because you're very talented.
I have a website. It's medicinepro.net.
That's the easiest one to find. Medicinepro.net.
If you follow, it's being rebuilt right now. So I'm sort of. For years it was just an HTML page up with information on it, and now I'm getting one built for me by a really good friend of mine, and it'll be more interactive.
Now, does Eric just produce the CDs, or does he do some managerial stuff for you?
No, he pretty much he releases the CDs.
Does he find gigs for you at all?
Well, no, not really.
Okay, so he does does a good job at the music.
Right. In the music business, the producer is the person who arranges the recording and gets the recording done and mastered and ready for commercial release. I'm my own producer in that regard.
Okay.
Eric is my record label, so he actually does the grunt work of, creating the CD for commercial release, the packaging, and does some promotion, in the context of the label, he does some promotion. But I pretty much do my own.
You do your own?
Right now, and I'm starting to work with a woman who is, I hope will prove to be a good promoter and kind of a booking agent for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
And she certainly knows a lot of people, so I'm trying to take advantage of that. I'm not, I've been relying on my own ability to do my booking, and I'm not necessarily the most aggressive about it, although I'm probably more aggressive than a lot of people. But I find myself, sort of running out of steam for that, and so I really looking to get somebody doing it a little bit more professionally than I do to get me bookings and so on.
Well, I'm gonna bring this to close. We're probably gonna do another segment, I think.
Yeah.
But just in case we've got too much for the YouTube requirements right now, I want to put in a plug for Mike. He's just a tremendous musician and performer. And please visit his website. And you're going to be, maybe this is too premature, but you might be helping us with a dual fundraiser coming up. We're at the Gone Wired Cafe, and right next to them is Everybody Reads Bookstore, and we're going to be doing a fundraiser there mid to late September sometime. But in the meantime, visit Mike's website, which is medicinecrow.com.
No, medicinecrow.net.
.net, sorry. And Illegible Records, ILLEGIBLE
Records.
Yeah, we're English majors.
Yeah.
Actually, American Studies.
Well, yeah, but I've been a slave to word processors for a long time, so I have spell check.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Rotate the pod, hell. And I'm really glad I know you, Mike. I'm glad I got to meet you, and I'm glad you played in front of the store. You're a tremendous guy to know, and I truly recommend people hunt you down and buy your records. And it's a worthwhile venture.
Yep. Thanks.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I'm not a member of the investor class. I can drink my whiskey from a dirty glass. I got a long, healthy list of lessons I've learned. My money's usually spent before it's been earned. I don't want no skinny models or no fancy new cars. You see, I love curvy ones and old whoop guitars. Well, the talking heads on the TV news, they're just an invitation to sing the blues. And in the event that your erection lasts for 14 days, just pop a decompression pill to come out of your haze. I don't want no skinny models or no fancy new cars. I love curvy women and old whoopee guitars. No, I don't want no skinny models and no fancy new cars. I love curvy women and old wooden guitars.